Hello and welcome to another Arkeys video and to a new daily race A on Gran Turismo 7. We are at good old Tsukuba, really a race A classic, but we are in the 2008 Nissan Fairlady set. We haven't tried that car in race A before, and the SR updates are on, just so you remember that. I did 3 races for this video. It certainly contained a bit of everything, and it also features a familiar driver who is apparently still up to no good. We will get back to that. Before we start, let me remind you that if you are new to the channel and you are enjoying the content, please feel free to hit the like and subscribe button. It is highly appreciated. Now let's jump into the first race. So entering the first available race of the week, we've got Chicken Angel in P2 and we've got a familiar Italian in P3. And I always give drivers the benefit of the doubt. Will always start on a clean sheet, but I am already alert and things seem to be all right. We had some punting going on. We've got the French driver off. I took the wide line. It can be risky, but at least it looked like I stayed out of the first bit of trouble. Now we've got cars diving in from behind and we've got ECO off the track. But we'll get back to that and see what that was all about. We are already up into P4 because of all the chaos happening behind us. Here I managed to sneak around the inside of the Czech driver, but I think they missed their braking point, so I get a tap from behind and I am pushed into the gravel. And as I re-enter the track now, I've got the Italian behind me and I have also got an Austrian driver on my side there. And now we're coming into the final corner. I am having a look in the mirror and I am expecting a dive, and sure enough, and I am just staying out of the way. Also had a bit of contact with the Austrian driver, but I don't want any part of that. And let's see what's happening coming into turn 1. But it looks like the Italian is a bit too far back to really be able to do something. They are running a bit wide and we are just hanging on the best we can. Now we are coming into the hairpin and let's see. This time they actually managed to nudge the Austrian out of the way at the exit. I'm leaving some room for the Austrian. They are still on my inside. There was a slight bit of contact, but we make it through. I back out a bit, so I just filter in behind. And now we are coming up towards the final hairpin of the track. And we get a glimpse of ECO running wide again. We will get back to that later as well. Now we are ahead of the Austrian driver and let's see, I think I am safe now. I am moving over to the racing line so I can get a good run into this corner. And there comes the Italian just punting the Austrian out of the way. Now I am the next one in line and I was a bit naive. I thought I might be able to make the corner, so I'm giving it a go, but nope. Here comes the Italian, but they sort of overshot it, sliding off the grass on the inside there, so I managed to get back, but now we've got another hairpin. I am trying to see if I can survive, but they are all the way on the inside pushing me off. They also got a 4-second penalty now. Yeah, things are going well. I am just staying behind now, and now we are coming through these corners. They are all over the place, and as we come into this hairpin, they end up going all sideways, probably aiming for the French driver, and they were almost stopped in front of me, and at this point I didn't really care that much that I tapped into the side of them. They've got that big penalty to serve as well, and yeah, quit the race as well. What a shame. We will get back to that by the end of the video to have a look at all the stuff going on. But meanwhile we are catching up to the drivers in front of me. They are fighting really hard. I am just trying to stay out of trouble, but meanwhile I will see if I can benefit from this. I try to take a wide entry into this one. I actually managed to sneak past one of them. A tiny bit of contact, but still leaving room. I managed to sneak past both of them. There is some contact happening behind, and now we are clear, but the leaders are gone. We've got Chicken Angel leading the race with the other British driver behind. I couldn't catch them with 1.5 lap to go of the race, but at the end I managed to grab the fastest lap of the race. And now we are jumping on to a qualifying lap I did just before the timer ran out before race number 2. I'm braking just after that tarmac strip on the left hand side, trying to aim for the inside, keep the weight on the left front tire. Now easy back on the throttle again to get a decent exit. Now I am looking for sort of the middle of the curb on the right hand side. Make sure to get the weight shifted towards the left. Let the car work its way around the corner. Just be patient on the throttle. Get as straight a line out of there as possible. Only a small dab on the brake. Staying in third gear, and here I am going too much on the grass. That is going to compromise my line through here and also unsettles the car. Lost some time. Braking at the start of the green curb-like thingy on the left hand side. Same thing, just be patient on the throttle. Try to straight line the exit. This is not a perfect lap, but it was a decent lap for this Monday morning. There might be some more in it for me, but it's good enough for now. Looking for the 50 board, down to third gear, looking for the end of the red and white curb on the inside. That's my accelerating point, trying to hit that and get back on the power, and we are across the line in a 103.852. But that was so close to race start, it didn't register for this race, but we are still starting in front. And the thing, starting in P1, you get the outside line, so I could be a bit vulnerable. I hope that people are taking it cool. I think, yeah, the British driver behind me, he is taking it all cool. So we get around the crucial turn 1. The first hairpin here is also, or the second hairpin you could say, is also crucial. We survived that one as well. And this is beginning to look more and more like a race where I will actually survive. We are making our way around this corner as well. See if we can get the line right. You can almost do it flat out. I think you can do it flat out. I had to lift a tiny bit. And can we get a good run onto the final straight? That was a bit wide, but I think there is some good traction to find on that outside. We managed to stay clear for that first lap, and we also managed to build a gap throughout the race. You can see we've just jumped to the end, not much to show in this one. And we also managed almost to get into the 103s in race pace. Now I took a small break after this race and waited for the TCR gang to enter the race. We are starting in P2. We've got a really fast driver ahead of me. So they will just run away from me. At least I've got the inside for turn 1 now, and I've got Sonic behind me. Now we've got, for a short moment I had Chicken Angel behind me, but now I've got Sonic behind me again. And I must say, Sonic kept my attention throughout this race. I really had to be on it. We are making our way around the hairpin. Now just a tiny dab on the brake, just trying to keep it cool. I am under pressure, but it looks like I'm getting a better run out of that corner. So I am building a tiny bit of a gap, running a bit deep, maybe a bit deep, but at least we are getting on the power. And this is on lap 2. I clearly overshot the corner this time, and Sonic is getting close, but as mentioned, there is some good traction to find on that outside. So I managed to pull away again, and apart from that, not much else to report. The leader ran away from me. I kept in front of Sonic, and now, as promised, we are going to have a look at what happened in race 1. Right from the get-go, they are aiming for Chicken Angel, trying to run them off the track. Also looking like they were aiming for the British driver in P1, but failed that mission. And now it's getting rather comical, because P1 is actually going to make a mistake, and it would have been easy for the Italian to take that position. But it looked like they just wanted to hit that driver as well, and ended up going off the track. It might have been snap oversteer, but now they are getting furious because we've got other drivers ahead now. This is where I got tapped off the track by the Czech driver. To be fair, they did a good job to avoid me there and my clumsy rejoin. So it's not all bad And here is where I saw they were coming for the inside line. I just bailed out completely. And here they are too far back to do something about the Austrian driver, only giving themselves an awkward line. But this time they are squeezing the Austrian off the track. There was so much room on the left hand side, so that wasn't necessary. And now they are aiming for the Czech driver, but they need to adjust the rammer scope because they are going to miss slightly. And here comes the Austrian back to return the favor. And now the Italian is getting furious. So they are going to yeet the Austrian off the track, and now I am next in line. Oh yeah, and that 4-second penalty is not going to help on their mood either. In hindsight, I should have tried to dodge to the left, but I tried to make the corner, but you can see they were sliding off the inside there, so I managed to get in front again. But now we've got this hairpin, and the way you're coming into that hairpin, it's not easy to dodge anyone there. I just tried to make the corner, but they went into the side of me. Here comes the French driver back, and yeah, they've got that 4-second penalty. This is where the Italian goes all sideways, and I was like, I'm done with you at this point. So I just went through there, honked my horn, and sure enough, they are going to leave the race. And this is also where I am going to end this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye bye.